Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sidebusters.
Throwing strikes, being efficient with our pitches, making those routine plays, and having a great approach at the plate. So I'm just keeping things simple and just building up that team chemistry as much as possible, I think, will help you win some games.
1-2. Swing and a miss as the Sodbusters strand the bases loaded to keep this a tie game.
This one is bounced back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Printer around third.
Our fans recognize that, and they know that it's a family atmosphere at our place, and that's what we like.
To the left side and through for a base hit. The go-ahead run scores as Jensen delivers once again.
This one, the lightest of light hits. He gets an RBI single.
I think it's just a great experience, getting kids from all over the country to come in and play together.
Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sidebusters.
Back for game 2 of our double dip, and what a sight for sore eyes here. Sunshine and also, wow, look at that rainbow there, folks. At Duncan Field, the rain is hopefully gone for the evening. The sun is shining bright, and we are hoping for a dry game 2 of Sodbuster Baseball. If you're just joining us, welcome in on this Thursday evening. Now at 8 p.m., we've got first pitch in about 10 minutes here between the Hastings Sodbusters and the OAHE Zap. Hastings winning game 1 by a score of 10-3. They hold the Zap to no hits over the first 7-inning contest. We've got 7 more innings of college baseball here on Sodbuster Baseball. We'll have our next Sodbuster spotlight of the game, and this time it is Luke Cossey, a guy who has etched his name into the record books here this week, a guy that has sent one over the fence earlier in this series. We'll hear Steve Stein talk with Luke Cossey in our Sodbuster spotlight after this, and we'll have our first pitch in about 10 minutes on Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
It's a Sodbuster Spotlight with Luke Cossey, Arkansas Tech product. During Tuesday's game against OAHE, he crushed a 2-run home run at the bottom of the second. The Sodbusters won that game 11-4. Luke, take us through that at bat.
I don't really remember too much of it besides that one little part of it, but I got a good barrel on it and started sprinting left the yard, so it felt really good.
Pretty dadgum cool as we visit with Luke Cossey. First home run of the season at Duncan Field. First in 2 years, as a matter of fact. Now, are you a power hitter by trade? Are you a guy that generally has a chance to leave the yard?
I wouldn't say I'm a power hitter. I don't think I have the most power in the world, but I got it out, so I guess I got a little bit.
Talking with Luke Cossey, got some limited playing time for Arkansas Tech in the spring. Talk about this summer. What are you hoping to accomplish here in Hastings?
Really just get a little better throughout the summer and get a lot of wins this summer.
And how big is it for you to get at bats every day? So far, you're playing pretty much every day. Talk about the opportunity to come out and get swings every day.
It's been good. A lot of fun seeing baseballs and everything. It's been a lot of fun for sure. Good time, and I think it'll be a lot of help for me going into the next school year, getting the at-bats that I'm getting this summer.
You got a lot of Arkansas Tech guys on the team. How much does that help the comfort level as you're in your first year here at Hastings?
A lot. lot. Just being around guys I already know and then meeting a whole bunch of new guys. Everyone's been pretty cool, so it's been good.
And that's kind of been a regular mainstay. Had you heard about Hastings? There's some guys who've been here before. I mean, you've got a couple guys who were on the team last year, and then you think a guy like Sawyer Duddleston who spent a couple of years here. Had you visited at all before you came here?
No, whenever I got here was the first time I got here, but a lot of guys from Tech always talk about it, so I knew it from them.
Talk a little bit about your home high school. Coming out of high school and going to Arkansas Tech, was it always going to be Tech, or did you think about some other places?
There was a couple different schools that ended up offering me, and I chose Tech because I liked the campus and everything just seemed right with it.
And you cover a lot of ground out there in right field. Is defense a big emphasis in your game?
Yes, sir. I try to make it at least. Any play or ball that I can get to, I try to make it to it and make a good play on it. And if I can't, then I can't, but I try to at least.
From Arkansas, are you a Razorback fan?
No, sir.
Do you follow a college? Do you follow a pro team?
No, not really. I'm not really too biased towards anyone. I just like watching it.
Tell us a bit about academics. What are you studying in Arkansas Tech? What's the long-range goal?
Business finance is what I'm trying to major in, but I'm not really sure yet whether I want to do like accounting or personal finance.
Can set the foundation for a lot of things with business finance. What classes have you taken that have really been interesting for you so far at Arkansas Tech?
A lot of the accounting classes. Accounting has been the main thing for me so far, so really I think probably just the accounting class has been the main thing for me.
Here at Hastings, I mean, you've got the Arkansas Tech guys. Talk about some of the other guys you've gotten to know. Has it been a pretty tight group in terms of the chemistry you've established here in the first week or so?
Yes, sir. I think everyone's starting to get along a lot better. Everyone's getting comfortable around each other. It's still, I think for the most part, everyone's pretty comfortable. It's just more getting used to everyone, being around everyone.
You had a chance to experience a walk-off a couple of days ago. How cool is that? Is that also kind of instant chemistry when you can share that with your teammates when you guys ended up walking it off against Spearfish?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was really exciting getting to do that. Just being a part of that was pretty cool, and getting to run on the field with all the guys and everything was a lot of fun.
And really, you've won so many different kinds of games. I mean, you had the 7 no-hit innings, day number 1. You've won a slugfest. You've won a walk-off, and now today, kind of getting a runaway. Is that kind of also cool to see a variety of ways to get in the win column?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've basically seen it all at this point. Literally anything and everything you could think of, how we've won is how we've won.
And a 4-game win streak, what's it going to take to keep it going?
Keep playing the way we're playing. I think really that's all we need to do.
Josh Printer, young coach, talk a bit about the chemistry you guys have with him. What's he bring to the program as a first-year head coach?
He's been a good head coach. I think him being younger kind of helps a lot because he can relate to everyone on the team because he's not too much older than us. And yeah, I think that's the main thing that helps him a lot.
You guys also steal a heck of a lot of bases. How cool is that? Do you enjoy that aspect of it, being aggressive on the bases?
Yes, sir. I think being aggressive is a good part of the baseball game. So being able to do that with everyone on the team has been a lot helpful.
Arkansas Tech's Luke Causey with a 2-run home run in Tuesday's 11-4 win over OAHE. That's a Sodbuster Spotlight. I'm Steve Stein.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Here we go, our national anthem being played here at Duncan Field, and we are all set to get things started here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. The Sodbusters now 2-0 in the series. They have won the home series against the Zap, and they will go for the sweep here. On the mound for the Hastings Sodbusters, this is Derek Rockets. Rocket will be making his second start as a Sodbuster. Got an appearance to start the game off in the opening series of the season against Spearfish. And he will be on for the second time. Another Arkansas Tech Wonder Boy looking to find some success in the spring. He was used quite often as at Arkansas Tech in this spring, primarily out of the bullpen. 13 appearances, 22 and a third innings pitched, had a 10.03 ERA, walked 16 batters, but did strike out a total of 20 batters. Rocket pitched on May the 24th against Spearfish, went 5 innings, did not factor into the decision. 8 hits, 4 runs, only 3 earned, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. A 4.20 ERA. Let's look at the OAHE starting lineup before they come up to bat tonight. It'll be Gavin Frazier to lead things off and play shortstop. Jake Daly will bat second and play right field. Quinn Ludvigsen to play first base. Then Trey Runge playing second base. Mason Lang, the designated hitter. Ty Farwell, the catcher. Andrew Phillips, the center fielder. Alex Jackson, the left fielder. And Naruto Sato, the third baseman. Jamie Habiger, the head coach for the OAHE Zap, looking to snap their now 5-game skid against the Hastings Sodbusters. Won their season opener, but have fell in each of their 4 games since then. Downstairs is the first pitch at 8:10 p.m., so just under 3 hours in between our first pitch of the first game and the second game. And Gavin Frazier leading things off against Derek Rocket. Myself, Ryan Valenta, Steve Stein, bringing you the action. There's a line drive into right center field, and would you believe it, a leadoff single for Gavin Frazier and a team that did not have a single base hit in 7 innings in the previous contest.
Still a pretty good pitch for Rocket, and it had to end sometime. Now just go after that next one. You liked Rocket's persistence in the first game of the years. He had some base runners behind him, but did a good job keeping Hastings in the contest.
That's Frazier's first hit in the series. He was 0 for 2. There's another hit into the outfield gap. Diving is Drew Vega. Yes, he got it. Super Vega out in center field. He hauls it in on the headlong dive to rob Jake Daly of a surefire base hit.
Arkansas Tech, if you are listening in or watching, yes, I think he can be an outfielder. Moving him from second base, wanting to see how he can do in the outfield. Got pretty good instincts, and he can fly, and that looked pretty good.
Just give him some at-bats next season and get him in the field. Drew Vega, a sensational play. And another first pitch swing here. The Zap have swung at the first pitch in the first 3 batters here. Quinn Ludvigsen, the first baseman for the second consecutive game. It's 0-1. But if you're just joining us, it was miserable rainy weather throughout the whole time. You would never be able to guess that it rained here in this one. 1-1 pitch to Ludvigsen. The previous game was 0 for 3. Did reach base on an error and a hit by pitch. Frazier leading away from first. It's called a strike on the outside corner. Now the home plate umpire Daniel Roth, the field umpire Jason Seitz. The boys in blue switch positions for the second game of a doubleheader. 1-2 pitch with 1 out here, just getting underway in the first of 7 innings. Rockets delivery went with the same spot, but missing outside. The defense for the Sodbusters here this evening: Zane Wilson in left field, Drew Vega in center, Luke Cossey out in right. From third to first, Brock Cross, Christian Loera, Chase Miller, and Ryan Jarvis. Weston Johnston behind the dish today. That's down the left field line in foul territory. Nobody able to get there, and it's a foul ball. So for Hastings, a little bit difference on the lineup. Zane Wilson, Brock Cross, Chase Miller. Guys getting their first playing time today. Vega, Cossey, Jarvis, and Loera playing in their second games. Get another 2-2 pitch to the lefty, Quinn Ludvigsen. Runner on the move, pitches a ball. Throw down from Johnston on a hop, but not in time. Gavin Frazier takes advantage of his speed and is able to steal second base to get into scoring position. So Frazier now at second base, and for him, his first stolen base of the year. OAHE came into today only stealing 1 base. They did have 1 steal in the first game, and there is their second here, so now they've got a little bit of a stolen base streak, but a very small one at best. Early returns for Derek Rocket on the mounds. sitting 84 to 86 on the fastball, did hit 87 in this inning, and about a changeup in the mid-70s. The payoff pitch to Ludvigsen, slashed out of play. The count remains full. Here at Duncan Field, where, as we have said time and time again, the ballpark where fly balls go to die, 370 down the left field line, 367 to right field, 405 to the alleys, and 408 to dead center field, and pretty much no wind here in the second game. Pickoff move, but no throw to second. That's where Frazier stands after his stolen base. Ludvigsen trying to get OAHE in front for the third consecutive game. And Ludvigsen also looking for his first hit of the series. 3-2. High and tight for ball 4. And the walk will put runners at first and second with one out. And the cleanup hitter coming in is Trey Runge. Runge did not play in the first game of the doubleheader, but he did appear as a pinch hitter and a defensive replacement in the first game of the series, where he was 0 for 2 with a flyout and a fielder's choice groundout. He pops it into the air towards Vega, who started back, now racing in. He's able to make up the ground and catch it for out number 2. Well, that sun for just about any fielder at this time of day, if it is in your eyes, it is trouble, for lack of a better word. You can see guys with sunglasses on out there. Loera at shortstop's putting his hand in front of his face. The sun is devastating.
And this is the first game that it's happened. It's weird to think that played now 6 games and haven't had to deal with the sun, but this is the first time we've seen the sun at this time of evening.
First and second for Mason Lang, high and away. There was a brief moment, I think it was game 2 of the series, or game 1, where the sun came out for maybe an inning or 2, but that was early on in the game. But once you get towards the 8 p.m. range like it is right now, it is just barely above the concourse and right in guys' eyes. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Derek Rocket is finishing up his freshman year at Arkansas Tech, the Higbee, Missouri native. Listed as a utility player, but we've only seen him on the mound early on. 1-1, check swing. It's called a ball. They appeal out to the field umpire, Jason Seitz, who says no swing. Probably a 50-50 call right there for Lang, as he's now ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. In game 1, Lang 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, but does have 1 hit in the series from a pinch hit appearance. Foul tip into the mitts, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rocket throwing a curveball in there in this past at bat as well, which is even slower than the changeup at about 70 miles an hour. 15-mile-per-hour differential from that and his fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Rocket trying to put up a 0. He will. Strike 3 swinging and missing is Mason Lang. And after the leadoff single and the 1-out walk, OAHE does not score in the top of the first inning. The second of the games underway here at Duncan Field. We go to the bottom of the first. Hastings coming up on Sodbuster Baseball.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
No scores. We enter the bottom of the first inning. The Sodbusters wrapping up their week homestand of straight games in a row, which have actually been a little bit chopped up due to postponements yesterday and Monday. But after today's game, the Sodbusters will get to enjoy their Friday through Sunday off before they will have their final of 7 home games. Well, now 6 with the cancellation of one earlier this week on Monday against Fremont. For Hastings, go over their starting lineup real quick. From the first 9 hitters from top to bottom, it's Drew Vega in center field, Luke Cossey in right field, Weston Johnston as the catcher, Ryan Jarvis at first base, Brock Cross at third base, Zane Wilson in left field, Tyler Welsh, the designated hitter, Chase Miller, the second baseman, and Christian Loera, the shortstop. On the mound is Josh Porter for the OAHE Zap. And he delivers a first pitch to Vega. He pops up the bunt back to the pitcher on a couple of hops. Throw over to first is just in time. Porter gets off the mound well to retire Vega, who is trying to bunt for a base hit. One appearance for Porter so far this season. Came on in relief through 3 innings of hitless baseball. Did walk 3 batters, struck out 2, hit 1, but no hits and no runs came across to face against the Fullerton College Products. So Drew Vega is out on 1 pitch, 1-3 goes the bunt ground out. And now Luke Cossey downstairs for ball 1. Sodbusters hitting early and often in the game. After the 3rd inning, they were held hitless through the first 10 batters of the game, but they end up finishing with 10 runs against OAHE in game 1 of this doubleheader. Cossey with a hit and a hit by pitch in his first game. Here's also our Sodbuster Spotlights. Again, if you haven't already, check out the Sodcast on Spotify for all of our player interviews. Cossey out of play, says just trying to get better every day, and who isn't? It's been a joy to watch Luke Cossey at the plate in the field so far this year. He came into today's game with 7 hits in his first 4 games, with that triple and home run with 5 runs driven in. Fouls that back over the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The set and the delivery by Josh Porter. Kind of a little modified windup there. Sends it right off of his glove, up the middle. Grabbed by the shortstop, throw over to first, but off the base is the first baseman Ludvigsen. That one tipped off of the glove of Porter on the way by, but Frazier able to get it. Throw it into first. Maybe a good throw gets him, but should go down as a base hit for Luke Cossey.
Cossey continues to swing it well. The first hit for the Hastings Sodbusters. Earlier today, Casper holding off the Nebraska Prospects 10-8. They're in game number 2, and the Prospects lead it 2-1. Fremont has a 2-1 lead on Spearfish in the finale of that series.
The Prospects came back and made it close. That was either, I think it was a 10-3 or 10-5 game at one point. The Prospects got it back within striking distance, and one of the few travel-only teams in the Independence League as first Weston Johnston steps in and takes ball 1. The Prospects, they were the cream of the crop in 2023. They were breaking hearts of the home and away teams left and right, but last season, not the best of seasons for the Prospects of Nebraska. Lined into left field on the ground for a base hit for Weston Johnston. He's another guy who's continuing to hit for Hastings. 2 hits in the first game and another hit now. He's up to 9 hits in his first 5 games as a Sodbuster.
And Ryan Jarvis trying to move him along now, as Hastings love to come out and get a crooked number right away. You just beat the team. It's getaway day. Try to get some early offense and maybe eliminate any doubt.
So Weston Johnston with more hits here in this ball game. Back-to-back singles by Cossey and Johnston. Ryan Jarvis, who was held hitless in the first game, will look to get the runners home here in the second. Jarvis, one of these Sodbuster returners. Just a good guy and a overall very likable guy on the team. High and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Ryan Jarvis, part of that Saginaw Valley State squad, which had a very great year again. Jarvis in 50 games for the Cardinals hit .330 and 62 hits in his spring, which was second best for Saginaw Valley State. He knows how to hit, and he knows how to hit at Duncan Field. Takes a pitch for strike one on the outside corner. According to our flight scope, might have been a little bit outside, but good enough for the home plate umpire. The set by Porter on the 2-1 pitch. Cossey with the big lead, but not going anywhere, and it gets back to the screen on a wild pitch. Both runners move up 90 feet. That one almost hit Jarvis as well, but now he's got an opportunity to drive in two with one out in the bottom of the first inning, trying to break the ice here. So it's Cossey to third and Johnston to second. Jarvis did drive in a run in the first inning on an RBI, his first of the year, and also walked, but no hit for him. Porter trying to escape a bit of a jam here at the bottom of the first. Jarvis sends it to left field down the line, and foul territory will slice out of play. Last year for Ryan Jarvis, him and Drew Vega were tied for the team lead in hits with 47. During the summer, he hit .296 and was tied for the team lead with 3 triples. But came into the first game of this doubleheader with 4 hits in 4 games. The payoff pitch, ball 4 outside. Jarvis is patient at the plate and earns himself a well-earned 1-out walk.
Good chance here for the Sodbusters. Brock Cross, who didn't play in game number 1, comes to the plate with the bases loaded, and the Sodbusters an opportunity to jump on top.
Brock Cross in 2 games, 2 for 6 with a double and 2 runs driven in. He's one of the guys that just finished up his high school career earlier this month. Be an incoming freshman at Washington State University. He has a big chance to make a name for himself here. Takes a big cut and foul back to the screen. Brock Cross, get this, his senior season at Bethany High School, a .494 batting average. 39 hits, 12 doubles, 7 home runs. He had 19 home runs in his high school career at Bethany High School. Oh, and by the way, he was their team's closer too, and didn't allow an earned run in 17 innings. Waits on the breaking ball and pops it into shallow right field. Coming on is Jake Daly. He makes the catch, and there are no places to go for the runners. So Cross flies out to shallow right and cannot advance anybody. The bases will remain loaded for Zane Wilson.
Just couldn't quite get it deep enough, and a good decision for Josh Printer as Jake Daly played it well and made a one-hop right to home. If they would have tried to score, causing no chance.
I think Daly really overthrew that baseball too. He was almost on the lip of the infield grass, and he did a janitor type throw where he threw everything he had and lost his footing on the throw too. But yeah, no sane person would ever try and score there. Can Zane Wilson give the Sodbusters the lead? It's ball 1 inside. Zane Wilson, the left-handed hitter and today's left fielder, appeared in 1 game in the Spearfish series and went 0 for 3 with a walk. All 3 of his at-bats ended up in strikeouts. 1-0. Downstairs, 2-0. Bases are loaded, so Wilson, if Porter can't find the zone, could get an RBI by taking ball 4. Cossey at third, Johnston at second, Jarvis at first. Zane Wilson, just his second game as a Sodbuster. Misses downstairs, 3-0, and probably put a little bit of money on that Wilson has the take sign on here. Two outs, so any more outs, and OAHE could theoretically still escape with no damage, but way behind in the counts. Porter finds the zone that time, but Wilson still ahead. Wilson appeared in the Saturday game against Spearfish. Time called at third base. Luke Cossey needs to fix his shoelaces. with Wilson still ahead 3-1. Porter the delivery. Fouled back to the screen. Got a fastball, and Wilson got a bit under it. Inning so far has gone ground out, single walk, and flyouts. Sodbusters had bases loaded with just 1 out, but OAHE could get out of it here with a strike. Big pitch already, and we're only in the first inning. The 3-2 count with 2 outs and the bases loaded for Zane Wilson. Got him swinging strike 3 on a breaking ball that just fell off the zone. The Zap pour out of the dugout to give some serious high fives to their pitcher. Made a clutch pitch right there. Busters will leave them loaded at the end of the first inning. They get 2 hits, no runs, and we'll be back scoreless with inning number 2.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Disappointing for the Hastings Sodbusters. Could not take advantage of a golden opportunity in the bottom of the first inning as we remain scoreless entering the top of the second inning. Ryan Valenta, Steve Stein with you on our final game of the week here in Sodbuster Baseball. What could have been 7 games in 7 days has turned into 6 games in 5 days as we're in our second game of a doubleheader here this evening. Got started just after 8 p.m., but pretty easy first inning for both sides with no score on the board. 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the OAHE Zap.
And you know what would be a perfect thing to do this weekend?
There are so many answers that you could come up with, Steve, but I'll let you say what you think.
Play baseball. Oh, my goodness. After the week we've had, 80s, no wind, it's going to be perfect to play, and the Sodbusters have the weekend off.
Going to be a temperature in the lower to middle 80s all weekend, and the guys are going to be doing what they do. Probably going to find a lot of them at the golf courses here around the region. Ty Farwell, he lines one into center field for a base hit on the first pitch. Vega will not be able to cut it off, and Farwell heading to second. He will stand in with a lead-off double. That ball scorched off the bats. I think that was misinterpreted by Drew Vega out there. Definitely a ball that likely should have been cut off. Instead, it's a leadoff extra base hit.
Really the first time we've seen Drew have an angle issue, but he just got it skip almost by him, but he was able to stop it, but not before Farwell gets to second base, and Derek Rocket going to have to battle here in the second.
Some solid contact against Rocket so far. Gavin Frazier had that leadoff single. Jake Daly struck something solid that was robbed of a base hit, and now Andrew Phillips, the South Dakota State product, will try and give the Zap the lead. Nice little looking breaking ball there to find the zone to make it 1-1. Andrew Phillips came into today 2 for 9 in his summer season so far. Phillips just reached base on a walk last game. Down the left field line, but out of play. 1-2 to Andrew Phillips. He was the leadoff hitter for OAHE in the first game of the series. First game today, rather, and he was the second hole hitter, but he's been bumped down to the 7th spot in the lineup. It's got to be affecting on some people. Used to hit in the top couple of spots and then go down and hit 7th. But an RBI chance. He swings and misses for strike 3. Throw down to second, does not get the runner. But Phillips down on strikes, the second strikeout for Derek Rocket.
And you understand Jamie Habiger in that situation. I mean, you just got no hit. Really switch your lineup up, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it is broke, let's see what you can do with a different-looking lineup.
And here is a guy now stepping to the plates that we have yet to see this series. This is Alex Jackson. He puts it in play to the right side, shallow right field. Calling for it at second base is Chase Miller. He makes the catch on the lip of the outfield grass for out number 2 before we can tell you about the new Alex Jackson. We'll tell you about him next time. It's 2 outs in the inning for Naruto Sato.
Really good bounce back for Rocket. Gave up the double and has come right back with a strikeout and a pop-up and a chance to put another 0 on the board for the Hastings Sodbusters.
So Naruto Sato, we saw in game 1 of the series, got the first day of the game off, takes ball 1 outside. Sato was the 8th place hitter on Tuesday. Before he was pinch hit for, he was 0 for 2 in the first game of this series. Runner at second remains Farwell, and a called strike on the breaking ball in the outside corner. Farwell doubled to open the inning, then back-to-back outs for the Sodbuster defense. Sato from Riverland Community College, 1 for 6 in 3 games. Huge lead at second base, but not going is Farwell, and it's outside 2-1. Cannot imagine that Farwell would try and roll the dice here and potentially get caught stealing to end the inning. But that was a monstrous lead if Rocket might have been able to see him. Now a modest lead. 2-1 hit on the ground to second. Miller to his right. Oh, gloves and flips. What a play. That one took a little bit of a hop at the end, but Chase Miller able to vacuum it up and throw over to first. Derek Rocket pitches around a leadoff double, and OAHE does not score for the second straight inning. Bottom of the second headed your way on Sodbuster Baseball.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Well, both pitchers allowing some early base runners in this game, but still no score on the scoreboard. We entered the bottom of the second with Hastings sending their bottom of the order up 7, 8, and 9 in the forms of Tyler Welsh, Chase Miller, and Christian Loera. They'll do so against Josh Porter, who was able to bear down and retire the final 2 Hastings batters of the first inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. Induced a weak pop out and a strikeout to keep this game 0-0. Tyler Welsh will get his first at-bat of the day. First time that he has played in the series since he hit the walk-off sacrifice fly back on Saturday. First pitch from Porter, sent on the ground to shortstop. And making the throw over to first in time is Gavin Frazier. Tyler Welsh picks on a good pitch, but rolls over for out number 1. That's 3 consecutive retired by Josh Porter. Since the Sodbusters loaded the bases, Chase Miller, the 8-hole hitter, will also see his first playing time of the day. Miller appearing in 1 game in the Spearfish series. He was 1 for 4, showing bunts and pulling back for ball 1. Miller got the appearance in the final game of that Spearfish series and did record a base hit and scored a run. His other 3 outs were put on the ground. 2 balls, no strikes to Miller. Another one of the Saginaw Valley State guys from Walkerton, Indiana. Only appeared in 10 games for the Cardinals this spring and had 3 hits. Another pretty good-looking pitch that just misses out of the zone. It's 3-0 to Miller. At Saginaw Valley State, he is an accounting major. 3-0. Down. Called a strike. Looked like it was low, but just mishandled by the catcher. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. (3-1). Too low for ball 4. Pretty similar looking pitches there, but Chase Miller will work the 1-out walk to be the first base runner of the 2nd inning.
Fremont has a 4-1 lead over Spearfish, the finale of that 4-game series, as the Moo try to earn a split in their season opening series. And Nebraska leads Casper 3-1 in game number 2, the 3rd inning of that 7-inning contest after Casper won the opening game.
Casper 2 games behind the Sodbusters with a 3-2 record after their first win today. First, the 9th place hitter Christian Loera taking ball 1 downstairs. Sodbusters the only undefeated team that has played a game left in this Independence League. Only 6 teams in action so far. Runner on the move. Ball is downstairs. The throw to second is off the base and out. Chase Miller overslid second base, and the tag applied by Gavin Frazier held it on him. Unfortunate for the Sodbusters. Looked like Miller had it stolen, but couldn't keep on the bag.
Certainly did. He was well in front, but just could not stop it. You wonder if the turf's a little slick, too, for sliding. That may have played a factor in that one as well.
It's either really slick or really not slick. Got to be one in between. Not sure which one it is, but it did look like Miller slid pretty well. That one off the mask of the catcher Farwell on the foul ball by Loera. Home plate umpire Daniel Roth makes sure that his protector is okay. There was a big smile on the face of Farwell right after he took his mask off, so no worse for wear. Christian Loera, his first at-bat today, takes high and inside for a 3-ball, 1 strike counts. Oklahoma City native, one of the ASU Mountain home guys. Pretty good spring for him, 272 average with 24 hits in 29 games. Pitch finds the zone to make it a 3-ball, 2 strike count. Coming into the season, the Sodbusters had never started the season even 3-0. Now they're 5-0. How about that? Downstairs and outside for ball 4. Loera works the walk, back-to-back walks by Josh Porter, his 3rd time, the first time through the lineup.
And with the aggressiveness of Hastings, do they turn Loera loose to try to get him into scoring position for Drew Vega?
Loera candidates to steal a base. Sodbusters had a few steals coming in the first game. They were 17 for 20 in stolen bases entering today. Well, back to the top of the order in Drew Vega, who dribbled back to the pitcher in his only at-bat. Porter's delivery popped out of play over to the right of us and into the parking lot. Lights are on at Duncan. The sun continues to set, which is covering most of the field now. 0-1 from Porter. Just a bit inside. Thought I saw a flinch by the home plate umpire, but keeps that right hand at his side, signaling ball 1. Vega was hitless in game 1, snapping his 4-game hit streak to open the season. Calls a ball. They check down to the field umpire at second, who also says no swing. Vega 0 for 4 in the first game, after he was 8 for 16 to start the season. 2-1. That's a foul ball. Vega didn't mean to swing. Not sure if that would have been a strike or not, but it's instead a foul ball. Sodbusters and Zap with 2 hits apiece, but nobody on the scoreboard yet. Vega trying to fight back from the 2-strike counts. And he gets hit. Wears that right on the elbow, and Porter hits the batter to put runners at second and first with 2 outs.
Nothing happening after the caught stealing, but now walk at a hit batsman, and just the guy you want coming up, a guy who's swinging it pretty well in the person of Luke Causey.
Causey had a single back in the first inning, and Vega wasn't too thrilled about getting hit by that pitch there. It's never a good time to get hit by a pitch, but in days where it's barely 60 degrees, it's a little bit worse. First and second with 2 outs for Causey. The first pitch, and that hit him. He got plunked on the leg there. It looked like it might have gotten his ankle guard. 2 pitches, 2 hit by pitches. And that will load the bases after the Zap had bases empty with 2 outs.
Sodbusters left him loaded back in the first, a disappointing outcome. See if they can come through here and steal a run or 2 if Weston Johnston can come through.
Correction, the Sodbusters had the bases empty with 1 out before Miller walked, tried to steal seconds, then was caught stealing. So yeah, bases empty with 2 outs at 1 point. Then walk, hit by pitch, hit by pitch. Weston Johnston, guy who has been tearing it up against OAHE this series, is at bat. First game of the series, Johnston 3 for 5 and 2 for 2 in the first game of the series today. Up high for ball 1 from Porter.
You know, one of those weird anomalies. The last 4 have reached for the Sodbusters, and nobody has scored yet.
Sodbusters stranded the bases loaded in the first inning, trying to avoid that feat for the second straight inning. Can Porter work out his way out of trouble again? Man, Johnson just has a mighty swing. Even that foul ball, that one probably went over the parking lot and into the baseball field next door. Got a lot of power in that bat. Mentioned this in the first game after Causey hit his home run on Tuesday night. Asked the guys, hey, somebody else has got to hit one. Who do you think it's going to be? And a lot of guys pointed to this man at the plate right here. Breaking ball outside. Great stop by Farwell to keep it in front. So still no hits in the inning, but bases loaded. Johnston singled in the first inning. Porter has his sign and fires at the knees for strike 2. So that makes it deuces wild in the bottom of the second inning here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the Sodbusters, trying to break open first. OAHE has been the team to score first in each of the games so far. The 2-2. Downstairs and another block by the catcher. So that'll mean the runners are off with the pitch. On the 3-2 count, anything base hit-wise should score a pair. That's got to put it in play. This will be pitch number 46 of the evening for Josh Porter. Who wants it more? The pitch. Popped up on the infield. At second base, it's Runge. Waiting and catching. Sodbusters strand the bases loaded for the second inning in a row, and OAHE gets out of another big mess thanks to some clutch pitching at the end by Josh Porter. 2 complete, still no score at Duncan Field, and Sodbusters was still without a hit in the second inning. We go to the third inning on Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
It's the top of the third inning. We are scoreless in the game 2 of this twin bill. Sodbusters looking for the series sweep of the OAHE Zap. Steve Stein's got you for the next few innings.
Derek Rocket trying to continue the zeros. 27 pitches thrown, has battled some traffic behind him. They've stranded 3, but the Sodbusters have left the bases loaded twice. Here's Gavin Frazier, singled and stole the base his first time up. He's from the University of Pikeville. It's in Kentucky. They are the Bears, and their mascot, Pikey the Bear. Not a whole lot of imagination there.
I wonder how long
Bear.
that took them to come up with.
Yeah, marketing department didn't work very hard on that one. Pitch across for strike, no balls, and a strike to one of the Bears as he takes the pitch out of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike on Gavin Frazier. Frazier 273 coming into today. Went 0 for 5 in the first game of the series, 0 for 2 in the first game today with a run scored. And got that first hit against the Hastings Sodbusters back in the first hit of the day after the Sodbuster pitchers were able to no-hit this OAHE team in game number 1. Frazier lofts a pop fly down the right field line, but Luke Causey can't run it down in foul territory. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gavin Frazier with Jake Daly and Quinn Ludvigsen to bat here in inning number 3. Derek Rocket trying to continue the streak for this Sodbuster team, off to a 5-0 start, and all 5 starting pitchers have lasted at least 5 innings. Pitch taken upstairs, 2-2. Rocket with 5 innings in his first outing, kept his team in it, and they rallied late to get the win. 2-2 delivery, hit high in the air, center field. Drew Vega starts in and makes the play. For a moment, I thought, did he lose it in the lights? Just froze and then took about 2 steps and made the catch. He faked me out.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Vega did not move a muscle for the first couple of seconds. Thinking the same thing. Oh, he does not see it. But fortunately, he had it read all the way. Sun is all the way down now, so should be pretty easy to track fly balls for the rest of the night.
Jake Daly lined out to center field his first time up, and a strike one going around was Jake Daly. And really good play by Vega against Daly when we thought Daly may have gotten it over Vega's head, but made a great play out in center field to rob Daly of extra bases. Pops this one down the first base line. Jarvis in foul territory, running away from home, and he makes the catch. Ryan Jarvis, another tremendous defensive play for the second out of the third inning.
That's just true athleticism right there, and focus by Jarvis. Back to the infield, ball over your head, just trying to make a basket catch there. One of the hardest catches to make as a guy running away from the infield. Jarvis makes the play.
Plus, in that area, you go downhill into foul territory, which makes it doubly tough. Here's Quinn Ludvigsen, and he takes over for strike 1. Jarvis made the play that kept the no-hitter in the first game. In the 7th inning, he made a good stop, the only out he was going to get at second. So first baseman throwing to second to get a fielder's choice grounder in the 7th to preserve the no-hitter, and the Sodbusters would win the game. An unusual occurrence, winning a 10-3 game via no-hitter, but that was the case as the pitch across for a strike, quickly 2 strikes. And the Sodbusters trying to set him down in order in the 3rd as Ludvigsen stands in, and the pitch inside, and it gets a piece of Quinn Ludvigsen. Really painful for the pitcher there, too, when you have him down 0-2. Hit batsman will continue the inning, and Trey Runge will try to keep it going for OAHE.
Second time that Ludvigsen has been plunked today. And he's, like we mentioned earlier in the series, he had that scary collision at first base. The Sodbusters, I think, just don't like him for some reason. They're picking on him.
I think they were all fine. It's really been pretty amicable between these two teams. Some teams are a little chippy and chirpy, but these two teams seem to be getting along pretty well. Trey Runge, Watches the first pitch go by for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner at first, 2 outs. Sodbusters and the Zap are scoreless in this one. Pitch taken outside, throw down to first, and not in time, but another great stop for Jarvis there to keep that one from going into right field. 2-0 the count on Runge with a runner at first. Both teams have had their opportunities. Sodbusters have stranded 6, and we're just in the third. Do the math. Off-speed beauty from Rocket right on the outside corner. 2-1 the count on Trey Runge. Runge out of Southwest Baptist University. 0 for 2 against Hastings coming into this game, and now 0 for 3. Didn't play in the first contest, and Runge is now 1 for 9 on the season. 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count. OAHE coming into today's action, just a team batting average of 207, while the Sodbusters were at 301. Hastings looking to go to 6-0. OAHE is now 1-4 heading into this matchup. They have lost 4 in a row after their season-opening blowout of Casper. 3-1 pitch, called strike 2 on the outside corner. That'll allow Ludvigsen to take off from first base. 3-2, 2 outs here in inning number 3, and Jarvis will play off the bag to get in a better defensive position here in case it's a grounder down the line. 3-2 pitch on the way. Outside for ball 4, and the inning continues. So the 2-strike hit batsman followed up by the walk, and now there's first and second, 2 outs for Mason Lang.
Not sure if what the plan was for Rocket, if they wanted to purposely throw a breaking ball outside to try and get a swing and a miss. For a hitter that's been swinging a lot in counts, I love that pitch right there. However, Runge seemed reluctant to swing at pitches. So maybe Rocket hopefully just missed his location.
Mason Lang to the plate, now 2 for 9 on the season after striking out in the first. Watches this one go by. Borderline pitch is outside for ball 1. As Lang coming into the day was 2 for 5, but 0 for 3 in the first game, 0 for 1 in this game. The averages fluctuate wildly early in the season. This is a shot to deep right field. Causey fading back, gets underneath it and makes the catch. Whoo-wee, Duncan Field. Fly balls go to die. That was a hard hit ball from Lang, but it's just an F9 here at Duncan. No runs, no hits, 2 men left. We're to the bottom half of inning number 3. No score. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
To the bottom half of inning number 3, scheduled 7-inning contest here. The Sodbusters and the Zap playing a doubleheader. No score. It'll be Jarvis, Cross, and Wilson. All kinds of opportunities against Josh Porter. 46 pitches thrown. He's only thrown 21 strikes, yet he has found a way to put zeros on the board. He's walked 4, he's hit 2, and he's allowed 2 hits. It's amazing that the Sodbusters haven't scored. It's hard not to score. When you have 2 hits, 4 walks, and 2 hit batsmen in 2 innings, it's almost difficult not to put one on the plate. I mean, you look at last inning, they had 4 straight reach, and nobody scored. They had a caught stealing after a walk, but then walk, hit batsman to load the bases before Weston Johnston popped that up. And here's Ryan Jarvis to begin the third. He walked his first time up, looking for his first hit of the day. Went 0 for 2, but knocked in a run and scored one in the doubleheader opener, with the Sodbusters winning that game by a score of 10-3. Jarvis, much more than an offensive threat. We've seen his defense throughout the course of this year as well. 1-0 delivery. Taken on the outside corner for strike 1, 1-1. Sodbuster fans grumble a little bit about that call. 1-1 the count with First man batting here in the bottom half of inning number 3 of a scoreless tie. As Porter atop the hill brings it home. Low for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Make it 2 balls and 1 strike on Ryan Jarvis here in the home half of inning number 3. Sodbusters had back-to-back hits from Causey and Johnston back in the first inning with 1 out. Jarvis walked, but a pop-up and a strikeout ended the threat there, and then loaded the bases with 2 outs in the second and could not score. Jarvis trying to reach as he's ahead in the count now. 3 balls and a strike. Porter, right-handed pitcher to the left-handed hitter Jarvis. Outside, and the Sodbusters get their leadoff man aboard for the first time today. See if that's the trick to break this scoreless tie as Brock Cross will come to the plate. Cross, third baseman today, flew out to right his first time up, and he is literally a man-child. He is a big dude, but just out of high school. Going to grow into that frame, and one of the reasons that Washington State wanted to get him, Brock Cross. Ryan Valenta talked about his stats earlier in the game, almost hitting 500 in the high school season and leading the state of Arizona in home runs. Pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Brock Cross, who had the first game off today. And here for the Sodbusters, 2 for 6 coming into this contest. Had a multi-hit game against OAHE with a double and 2 runs batted in the series opener 2 days ago. Bouncing ball to the shortstop, could be 2. The throw to first for 1, and the throw to second for 1, and the throw to first, pulling the first baseman off, as that throw from Runge offline very easily could have been a double play. Jarvis retired 6-4. Cross reaches on the fielder's choice, 1 on and 1 out for Zane Wilson. So missing the chance to turn 2, Sodbusters hoping to make that payoff here as Wilson steps in. He struck out to end inning number 1. Still a scoreless tie between the Sodbusters and the Zap. Hastings, seen a couple of times today where they can't quite get it done. You love to at least advance the runner right there, but unable to do so. 1-0 the count now on Wilson as he watches that one go by. Zane Wilson, another Saginaw Valley State Cardinal, hit .298 in the spring. Did have a home run, knocked in 9, scored 9 in 32 games played. Stands in the left-handed box, and the pitch. Taken inside, ball 2 to Zane Wilson as the pitch count continues to mount on the starting right-hander for OAHE. Porter now up to 54 pitches thrown with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Haven't seen OAHE go any deeper than 3 innings for any pitcher yet this year. As the pitch is on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1 the count. So says home plate umpire Daniel Roth. Jason Seitz working the field here in Game 2. Seitz an opportunity to be behind the plate for a rare no-hitter. No-hitter in which you give up not 1, not 2, but 3 runs in the game. 2-1 delivery. First 2 scoring on an error, and this one called strike 2, and Zane not real happy with that one either. Didn't think either one of them were strikes, and it's 2-2 now with 1 out. Runner at first, a scoreless tie. The Sodbusters and the Zap battling it out in the finale of this 3-game series. Forced into a doubleheader today after the rain yesterday. Swing and a miss. And now there's 2 outs. Runner at first with Tyler Welch.
That's tough there because those 2 pitches seemingly that went against Wilson right there, and you kind of turn into swing mode there thinking that's, okay, well, if it's anywhere close, I need to swing. And I think that was the case right there for Wilson.
So here's Welsh trying to salvage the inning. He is 0 for 1, went after the first pitch and grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. No score. Sodbusters in danger of stranding another here after they left him loaded in the first and the second. Swing and a miss at one that may have been out of the zone. Well out in front of that one, Tyler Welch, now a Hastings College graduate, getting ready for life after baseball once this summer campaign is over, but wanted to play one more summer of Sodbuster baseball. Bouncing ball to the left side. The third baseman's got it. The set, the throw to first. That's going to be in time. Well played there by Sato as he guns down Welsh, and the Sodbusters turned away. No runs on no hits. A walk and 1 man left, and we head to the 4th inning. It's still scoreless. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Head of the fourth inning, Hastings Sodbusters and the OAHE Zap scoreless. Both teams have had their opportunities. 12 men stranded through the first 3 innings of this one. Each team with just 2 hits, and I guess both pitchers, you would say, effectively wild. Derek Rocket, 2 walks and a hit batsman. Meanwhile, Josh Porter, 5 walks and 2 hit batsmen, but still nothing across, as it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Ty Farwell leads it off. 0 for 2 in the first game. Did have a double to begin his last at bat. Bounces this one back to Rocket. Underhand toss to Jarvis over at first. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Farwell's seen a grand total of 2 pitches this game. He doubled to open the second inning, a ground down to open the fourth.
You'll take that as a pitcher there. Yeah, you're probably going to get a couple hits on first pitches, but just means as a pitcher you're finding the strike zone and relying on your defense to do the rest for you. Rockets the pitcher and the defense on that last play.
Andrew Phillips comes to the plate now and squares to bunt, pulls the bat back and takes ball 1. 1 ball and no strike the count. As a couple of strikeouts for Rocket in the contest. One of those, Andrew Phillips. He also struck out Mason Lang to end the first. 1-0 delivery on the way. Again squaring to bunt. This time taking strike 1 is Andrew Phillips. 0 for 3 in the first game with the runs scored. Phillips played in the first game of the series, went 0 for 3. Did have 1 multi-hit game this year. Matter of fact, both of his hits coming against Casper in their season opener when he went 2 for 3. Swing and a miss here. Now 1-2 on Andrew Phillips. So coming into today, 2 for 9, now 2 for 13 on the season as the OAHE team batting average continues to plummet. 1-2 delivery, and that's blocked in the turf there. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Weston Johnston doing the catching in this one. Ryan Jarvis at first, Chase Miller at second, shortstop Christian Loera, and playing third base Brock Cross. A little bit different looking lineup in the second game from the first. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Rocket has his 3rd strikeout, including a strikeout of Phillips twice, and 2 outs in the inning for Alex Jackson.
All gas and no brakes right there for Rockets. Gave him the heater, his best pitch so far, and Phillips not able to connect with it.
Jackson out of Greenville University. 0 for 4 in 2 games coming into today. His first action against the Sodbusters, and watches this one go by for a strike. He was first pitch swinging and popped it up to the second baseman in his initial at bat.
Told that last strikeout pitch from Rockets, 87 miles an hour.
And put the curveball there, and Jackson went after it. It's quickly 2 strikes, and now what's coming, buddy? Woo!
That's a sword, if you've ever seen one there. Looked like he was chopping firewood.
Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Called strike 3. Went with the heat. Back-to-back strikeouts. The first 1-2-3 inning for either team in this game. And the Sodbusters and Zap are still scoreless as we're to the bottom of the 4th. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Into the bottom half of inning number 4, and Josh Porter back out there. He is strung together 60 pitches. He's walked 5, he's hit 2, but he's allowed only 2 hits, and he's got a 0 on the scoreboard. It's an unusual pitcher's duel, as neither guy has been dominant until Derek Rocket in the top of this frame when he set him down 1-2-3 and hit 88 miles an hour and getting Alex Jackson looking. See if the Sodbusters can get a rolling here with their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. They've stranded 7 in their first 3 at-bats against Josh Porter. Both teams in really good shape pitching-wise. OAHE will have tomorrow off before they have their home opener on Saturday. The Sodbusters will have the weekend off before they get Fremont coming here on Monday. First pitch right across for a strike. Chase Miller walked his first time up. Was caught stealing. That was one of the big plays in the game. The Sodbusters love their aggressiveness, but he was caught stealing. The next 3 would reach, but the Sodbusters couldn't score. Right across. Strike 2 now on Chase Miller. Miller, a Saginaw Valley Stater. 214 in 10 games in the spring, with 1 for 4 against OAHE. A run scored and a stolen base in the first game of the series 2 days ago. Had game 1 off. So his second action for the Hastings Sodbusters. This Hastings team showing a lot of depth. They have had solid performances for a lot of different guys. And this pitch inside, a 1-2 pitch hit him. 3-hit batsman for Josh Porter and the leadoff man aboard. For the second straight inning, can Hastings find a way to get one across the plate? Christian Loera will come to bat now for Hastings. Mentioned Miller had a really good defensive play out at second when we thought it was going to be one of those between hops. He had to go to his right. All kinds of a chance at an error at it. Made a really good play on the ball. Hit his way earlier. And Loera swings and misses here at one that swept out of the zone. He walked his first time up. No balls and a strike on Christian Loera. Against Spearfish, he went 1 for 4 in the season opener, 1 for 3 in the second game, and then didn't play for a couple of games. Back in the lineup for both ends of the doubleheader today. As the pick play, and Miller back in safely. Loera 0 for 2 with a couple of runs scored in the first game. Josh Printer flashes the signs. Not out of the question that Chase Miller could be stealing again. He had the base stolen the first time, but slid by. Bunting is Loera, and it goes foul for 2 strikes. We've seen the Sodbusters miss some opportunities at some sacrifices. That's never going to make Josh Printer, or particularly Scott Galusha, happy. Loves the fundamentals of it, and particularly in a park like this. Find runs where you can, because you're not going to hit many 3-run home runs at this park. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 man on, bottom of the 4th inning. 7-inning game of a scoreless contest. Porter brings it home. Line towards center field, but it's going to have enough carry to get out to Andrew Phillips for the first out of the 4th inning. And Loera can't advance the runner, and back to the top of the order for Drew Vega.
Solid contact there. One thing the Sodbusters have been doing is squaring up the pitches against Porter when he hasn't been walking or hitting batters. Sodbusters seem to have his pitch sequence figured out.
So top of the order, Drew Vega looking for his first hit of the day after coming in hitting .500, 0 for 4 in the first game, 0 for 1 in this game. Bounces this one to the left side. Nice play for the third baseman. Looks to second, throws to first instead. Low throw, and it's not handled. The Sodbusters will have runners at first and second. On the error, Sato had a notion to throw it to second, then threw it low. Ludvigsen couldn't dig it out, and there'll be runners at first and second, and only 1 man out.
Yeah, just a low throw right there. Thought that Ludvigsen had it, just skipped away from his glove and not able to pick it up as the runner on the way by. Got to get one here. Yeah, it's only the bottom of the 4th inning, but the 7-inning contest, it's getting to be that time to start to break through.
Just where you want to be. Causey, Johnston, and Jarvis trying to bring home runs. First and second, only one man out, and the first pitch across for a strike. No balls and a strike. Causey beat out an infield single his first time up, hit by a pitch in the second, so 1 for 1 after a 1 for 3 day in game number 1. He scored a run, and the Sodbusters 10-3 victory over OAHE to clinch the series win. Now looking for another sweep to go 6-0. Runners go. Pitch low, and it's not going to be thrown down. Had a good look for the Sodbusters. Good pitch to go on. Farwell couldn't handle the pitch low in the zone, and Hastings have runners at second and third after another double steal.
It almost seems like Coach Printer knows what pitch is coming that he does it on, because Sodbusters, every time they've executed the second and third double steal, the pitch has been a poor one by the defense.
And a lot of times you don't see it with a left-handed hitter. It's much easier to make that throw with nobody in the right-handed batter's box, but they have had at least 2 double steals with left-handed hitters up there. Pitch misses, 2 balls and a strike. Big chance here for Luke Causey and the Sodbusters to at least get one home and see OAHE play the infield in here, because you mentioned it is the bottom of the 4th of a 7-inning game. 2-1 delivery. Causey watches it go by for ball 3, and 3-1 the count now on Causey with Johnston waiting on deck.
I was about to say first base is open, but you've got another lethal hitter waiting on deck.
Hastings trying to find a way. No score. All kinds of opportunities, and Josh Porter trying to wiggle out of trouble yet again. Takes his time, brings it home. It's behind the batter, back to the backstop, and scoring the run will be Chase Miller. Walking on the play will be Causey. The Sodbusters have a 1-0 lead. Vega to third, and still a threat here. Runners at the corners, only one man out, and Weston Johnston trying to make it hurt.
Sodbusters will take it. A run comes across without the benefit of a hit this inning. Easy play behind the plate to get the run home.
Weston Johnston singled in the first. He popped up in the second. 2 for 2 in the first game with 2 runs scored. And runners at the corners. And we'll see if the Sodbusters turn Causey loose. He runs well. Does not go. And this one is drilled to right field. Carrying well. And this one is going to be over the head of the right fielder. 1 run will score. Here comes a second run home. Johnston digging for third. He slides in, and the Sodbusters have a 3-0 lead as Weston Johnston scorches one over the head of Jake Daly.
Are you serious? The opposite field power by Weston Johnston. That took a short hop off the right center field wall, going opposite field. That is insane power for a right-hander. That is probably a home run in most ballparks right there, Steve.
So 3 runs have scored in the inning, and here comes Jamie Habiger. Mentioned the fact nobody had gone longer than 3 innings for this OAHE team this year, and they will not allow Porter to go as he works 3 1/3. They get to him here in the 4th. 3 straight have reached. 3 have scored. The Sodbusters lead at 3-0. We'll tell you about the new OAHE pitcher when we come back, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
We bring you Sodbuster Baseball as Hastings has jumped on top by a score of 3-0. Wyatt Gladue out of Fullerton College will come in, making his second appearance. He's pitched 2 innings, allowed no runs on 2 hits, so he's been solid in relief for this OAHE team, and he comes in with a runner at third and 1 man out after Josh Porter just played with fire through the first 3 innings and finally pays for it here in the 4th. Defense let him down a little bit with an error, but a hit batsman, the error, the walk, and then the 2-run triple from Weston Johnston ends the day for Josh Porter. Still a runner at third, less than 2 outs. You'd like 1 more here. Ryan Jarvis got his first RBI of the summer in the first game today, went 0 for 2 with a run scored. He's walked twice in this game, and see OAHE now play the infield back. They will concede a run to get the out as the pitch across for strike. No balls, 1 strike on Ryan Jarvis. And Weston Johnston, like his performance today, how about 4 hits and 5 at-bats in the doubleheader. Sodbusters won the opener 10-3. Looking for the sweep as Jarvis pops it up. Shortstop called off by the left fielder, and it's going to fall! Coming home to score is Weston Johnston, losing it in the lights, losing it in the sky. Shortstop lost it. The left fielder, I thought he was going to come on and make the catch. It fell 7 feet and 2 feet, 7 feet in front, 2 feet to the right. And Ryan Jarvis has himself a rocket of an RBI single to give the Sodbusters a 4-0 lead.
A rocket indeed. Alex Jackson, the left fielder, and Gavin Frazier both had their arms out. I was like,
Are they calling for it, or do they both lose it?
One of them is calling for it. There's
That's what I
very
thought.
little chance that neither of them saw it, but that was exactly the case right there.
Weird play. Sodbusters take it 4-0. I like to say, Zap could be out of the inning. Had an error on the third baseman earlier. Sodbusters gifted a single there. Ryan Jarvis will take it, put another RBI on the board. He's singled in every game but 1 this year. And here's Brock Cross, 0 for 2 on the day, as Hastings putting a crooked number on the board here in the 4th to take a 4-0 lead, 7-inning contest, pretty big lead. Jarvis goes, pitch, swung on and missed. Jarvis into second base, that throw well into center field, but it was bad enough to be good as Andrew Phillips able to back it up. Stolen base for Ryan Jarvis. He has his second of the year and a runner in scoring position, still only 1 man out, and Cross tries to bring him home.
Also a little bit of credit by I think that was the second baseman, Runge, there, pretending that there was a tag on him, trying to fake that he had the ball and was going to tag him out. And I could hear guys screaming to Jarvis, like, get up and go, that he doesn't have the ball. But that's a pretty convincing act by the Zap second baseman.
2-0 the count now on Brock Cross. Big RBI chance for the recent high school grad standing in the right-handed box. Left-hander brings it home and nearly hit Cross. Great stop by catcher Ty Farwell to keep that one from going back to the screen. We've already seen 1 wild pitch this inning. That brought the first run of the game home. As Chase Miller scampered home with the first run. Sodbusters now have Brock Cross with the 3-0 count his way and already on top 4-0. Here's the pitch. And foul back. As Brock Cross at the plate. Hastings has Ryan Jarvis at second base in scoring position. 2-2 is the count on Brock Cross with Jarvis at second base.
Yeah, scoreboard had a wrong game changer too because Cross swung and missed at that pitch on the steal. So it should be 2 strikes here.
Jarvis took a big lead, does not go, and Cross pops it up into short right field. It's in fair territory. Look out. First baseman makes the catch. Jarvis tags. Throw to third, and out at third base. Really good job for Quinn Ludvigsen to gun down Ryan Jarvis. It's an inning-ending double play. The pop up to Ludvigsen and a great throw to gun down Ryan Jarvis at third. But the Sodbusters score 3, make it 4 times on 2 hits. There was an error and nobody left. And we head to the 5th. It's 4-0 Sodbusters. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters Baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.